West Point Paintball Club. All right, boys. So, Chris, who do you have in there in the room with you?
All right. We'll start them off down here at the far end coming my way.
I'm Cadet Pat Siosin, co-captain for the tournament team.
I'm Alex Kearns, co-captain of the paintball team as well.
I'm Brandon Poggio. I'm the captain of the Milson paintball team.
Very cool. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, all you guys. So, you don't just have this one event, and an event it is. We've talked about this, and it's a great quote. You guys should definitely have it tattooed on everything that you have. Eric Engler, when he was on the program, said that it is the most stand-up day of paintball that you will ever play in your life. So some congrats to you guys on that. Is it because of the air of honor to actually be playing paintball at West Point that really brings people in, or are they just afraid of all the M16s that are going off around them?
No, I think that's probably it. I mean, we really, you know, the motto, cadet motto at West Point is, you know, a cadet will not lie, cheat, or steal, or tolerate those that do. And so we try and incorporate that into the game and make sure that everybody's playing at the top level. I mean, you know, you don't. West Point only happens twice a year, and you know, if it gets out of hand, we won't have it anymore. So everybody needs to play, you know, on their best behavior, playing the best stand-up ball. And I think the cadets do an outstanding job refereeing the game too. So they keep the honest people honest.
That's what we're getting a lot of on the board. Everybody's saying here, here, and they all agree that the refs are absolutely the best. And you sort of said before too that oh yeah, the boys are definitely on it. And so no one's allowed to get away with anything. And so it's sort of just known. Everybody knows cheaters just don't go. And they won't be tolerated, so why even try? And especially with, you know, extradition power, you guys could just, you know, hold them up for 24 or 48 hours and, you know, never know, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could have a secret gulag under the mountain that everybody hates. We'll see.
So you're not just, it's not just that one game. The game is actually in order to fund the other parts of the West Point Paintball Club. So tell us about the club itself.
Well, I'm going to have Brandon talk about his portion of the club, and then I'll have Cadet Stileson talk about his portion of it. So, Brandon, go ahead and talk about what you got going on in the club.
All right, so as I said earlier, I'm the CIC, the cadet in charge of the Milson team. And basically, this the Combat Classic is what we use in order to fund our trips and travel around the Northeast area to play different scenarios. We do a lot of play around the local area, and we use basically the tactics that we've kind of learned for the military as far as communicating and moving to be able to go out and impose our will, I suppose, on the paintball field out there in the woods. And what do you guys got?
So, I mean, like Sergeant Boss said, we're the tournament side of the club, and basically right now we participate in the National Collegiate Paintball Association. This past year, we were involved with the Northeastern Intercollegiate in Class A division. Right now, our conference exists with UConn, Drexel, and Northeastern.
And Rutgers.
And Rutgers, excuse me. But basically, we have 3 events each year. One in the winter, fall, and spring. Actually, our next event's coming up in about 3 weeks or so. So this the big game definitely helps us out a lot for travel expenses and housing, like staying at hotels.
And paint.
And paint, yeah. Lots of big paint. And then, like, biggest thing for sure is the Nationals event. We fly down, it's at Central Florida Paintball, and like I said, like all that funding that we get from the big game helps us a lot. In order to get down there and play.
Do you guys get a lot of flack from the Milsim guys? Because you'd expect if you're playing paintball, especially at West Point, you'd be playing, you know, paintball, and now you'll get your little jerseys and your little space guns and stuff.
You want to take this? Yeah, I'll take it. So since I started, at least the tournament team, you know, we've kind of given the Milsim guys a little bit of trouble about it. Saying we'd go into the woods and kick their butt, whatever. But no, I think that when it comes down to it, we do end up working together and hosting the event, and everyone does their part. But aside from that,
there's a good-natured rivalry between the two teams. But we did an event in October at Strategy Plus in Connecticut where I was the general of one side, and I brought the whole team with me, and they worked really well together on the field and just tore the place up.
Now, I've been talking to some different people from outside of paintball and media sort of world. We're working on doing a live sort of paintball game sort of thing, and we got poo-pooed by a guy who said, "Oh, if we're gonna do a simulation, we should do the simulation that shoots the shells, that shoots the laser, that is very heavy, that's hefty." And I asked them, the paintball guys, and they said, "No, man, everybody uses paintball because I can hide behind a leaf and a laser is going to bounce at me. I don't care if I'm carrying a big, fully weighted pack, but when you have someone around a corner that's actively shooting at you and you hear stuff whizzing by your head, that gets you more into the real sort of idea of actual combat." Now, do you guys use paintball for that that as well, or do you think that, which do you prefer?
I've been in the Army nearly 20 years in the infantry, and so I've used the laser simulation systems, and I've used the simunitions. And for me, simunitions and paintball are very similar. The advantage of using simunitions is that you get to use your weapon system. So, you know, the magazine changes and the sights and all that stuff are basically the same, but the paintball technology is starting to progress now where the hoppers are coming off the top of the guns into the magazines and the air tanks are getting hidden into the stocks. So we're getting to that point where paintball is getting to be fairly competitive with the simunitions, and it's cheaper per trigger pull. So I like 60 caliber. I like using paintball. Of course, I've been playing paintball longer than I've been in the Army, so I'm already partial to that. So, but the laser stuff, the Miles gear, which is what most of the Army uses, I'm not a big fan of, simply because there's none of that tactile feedback when you're hiding behind the tree, or you're hiding around that corner and that corner's getting lit up, or that other side of the tree's getting lit up, and you know, a single beep because they got near you with a laser shot is not as effective as that whoosh of a paintball zinging by your ear.